Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to the channel for more Destiny 2 news and intel. And today I have some amazing news that is vital for all solo players, as Bungie has released new information that they will no longer require you to complete the dual Destiny mission in order to acquire exotic class items. This has been a major point of contention since the release of the final shape, and more specifically the dual Destiny mission. As anybody knows, in order to get a chance on an exotic class item to drop as a random drop from the Pale Heart, or if you want to buy exotic class items when they become available from, say, XUR, you still needed to have completed the dual Destiny mission at least once. This is not as easy a task as most people probably thought it would be, as there is no matchmaking in the dual Destiny mission. You cannot do it as a solo player, so you only have Fireteam Finder as an option, which can be contentious as most people have very little patience for those who haven't done it before. So if you're a newbie to this mission, it has been difficult to get through it with somebody who has the patience in order to teach you the mechanics so that you can farm exotic class items. I still think that being able to just do it once would be a great option. If they could just add matchmaking to dual Destiny, it would really alleviate a lot of the pressure that has been surrounding it. But Bungie is going to go another route and make exotic class items available for free from the seasonal event, the Festival of the Lost, which will be coming 2 days before Halloween. So as you can see here, you will be able to now buy exotic class items from Eva Levant for candy and I believe one of the event Engrams. You'll probably have to rank up Eva Levant in order to do this, but the big bonus is that this will be available after the event ends. So once you acquire an exotic class item from Eva Levant, you will then be able to get exotic class items from all the other sources. The only difference between those who have completed dual Destiny and people who haven't, who will be getting exotic class items, will be that you will no longer be able to focus them if you have not done the dual Destiny mission. So, exotic class items, if you didn't know, have become focusable now. In order to be able to focus them through the Pale Heart vendor, you will still need to have completed the dual Destiny mission at least once. But if you're just going for random rolls on exotic class items, which I'm sure most people are, and it's certainly a lot better to be able to acquire a random roll than none at all. And like I said, XUR brings them pretty often. So you'll be able to farm out as many of those from XUR or from Eva Levant as you wish. You just need to buy that first exotic class item. I think this is a pretty major thing, and I'm glad that Bungie is addressing it, though I probably would have gone a different way in how I would have allowed people to acquire exotic class items a lot easier. I think just making the dual Destiny mission more accessible to players, as it is a pretty amazing mission, and it's unfortunate now that nobody's probably going to play it, as exotic focusing is kind of secondary and is really the end game of end games. So once you've farmed out a ton of exotic Engrams or exotic class items, then you tend to go to focusing, whereas a lot of people are just trying to get one of those things. So I get a lot of exotic Engrams because I'm able to do a GM Nightfall when they first become available. Most people will never touch a GM Nightfall. So you're just trying to get any exotic Engram in that case. So focusing them at Master Raoul doesn't necessarily really feel logical. Why would I spend way more exotic Engrams to necessarily get one when I'm just trying to get one in order to decrypt it at all, versus spending two to maybe focus a specific exotic? Like I said, it's a little bit more endgame. I think just making dual Destiny match made would have been the best option, or at least a match made option, maybe where there's a master version that allows you to do focusing versus a normal version which allows you to just get them as random drops. In any case, they've decided to tie it to a seasonal event, which is strange, I have to say. Seasonal events sort of go almost unnoticed, and this one dropping only 2 days before the actual holiday of Halloween. Usually we get about a 3-week run-up to the actual holiday of the seasonal event. It is strange. There's never been anything I can think of in the past where a major weapon like this was tied to an event, though I'm probably not thinking of one. I think in the past, seasonal events did seem a little bit more relevant because, I don't know, there was just a little bit more built into them as far as a season was going. There usually was some sort of connection between the two, either in theme or in rewards, or maybe in even an overarching quest that needed or required a specific element be done during a seasonal event. Really hasn't been the case in, I would say, at least 2 or 3 years. But still, I do appreciate that Bungie is going that extra yard and making exotic class items more available. I do think, though, people now are going to complain that there's no reason to dual Destiny, and anybody who's gone through the hardship of trying to find a person through Fireteam Finder in order to do dual Destiny one time to farm out exotic class items might feel a little bit resentful because they're going to be so easy to acquire now. I think this will also make XUR an even better vendor than he already is, which in my opinion XUR is the best vendor in the game by far at the moment. Ava Levant will get a bit of a bump, certainly, because Ava Levant has really been a vendor that I spend very little time thinking about for the most part over the course of a season. Usually just the first couple of days of the seasonal event, I'll usually check in and maybe try to get the new weapon or maybe some new armor. But beyond that, after the first week of a seasonal event, I usually forget about it, as everything that they're selling I usually already have. But this might make me want to farm that out a bit more. Let me know your opinions and ideas of how and whether or not this was done properly in the comments section down below. I would really like to hear feedback on this, whether or not you agree with me, disagree with me, you're happy to see them become available through this easy process, you feel like dual Destiny is now unneeded, or you don't feel like the effort you put into doing dual Destiny the first time was worth it at this point. Let me know in the comments section down below. Any comment will give you another entry into the next giveaway for this video. Remember, we do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. When and if we reach 100,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, we'll be giving away an Xbox or a PlayStation or a video card if you play on PC. New versions of those, of course, not like a Xbox 360. If you've watched till this point in the video, you can also leave a hashtag The Final Shape or a hashtag Revenant or a hashtag Festival of the Lost in the comments section down below, or a hashtag exotic class item. I'll accept that. Thanks for all the support on the channel as of late. And once more, I am Wilhelm Scream. Thanks so much for watching, as always, and of course, we will see you next time. Later!